On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Fountain.
A structure usually consisting of a basin and a jet of water that is sprayed into the air, often used for decoration or as a source of drinking water.
Examples:
Fountain plaza. Decorative fountain. The fountain in the park provided a relaxing atmosphere.
Eternal.
Being without beginning or end, lasting forever.
Examples:
The hope of eternal life. Eternal quarreling. In every civilization, rulers have tried everything possible to obtain eternal life.
Chase.
To pursue something or someone, to catch or capture them. To go after something vigorously or with determination. Noun, a pursuit or a hunt, a narrow groove or channel cut into a surface, often used for decorative purposes.
Examples:
Chase a dream. Wild goose chase. The police officer chased the suspect through the crowded streets until they finally caught him.
Absolutely.
Without restriction or limitation, completely or utterly.
Examples:
Absolutely against. Absolutely obsessed with the girl. I am absolutely opposed to his idea because of morality.
Amazing.
Extremely surprising, especially in a way that you like or admire.
Examples:
Amazing advances. The most amazing feeling. The golfer recorded an amazing distance.
Develop.
To grow or expand, to improve or refine through a process of progress and refinement, often to achieve greater sophistication or complexity, to elaborate or add detail to something that is in the process of being created.
Examples:
Develop a strategy. Develop a skill. We must develop a new system to streamline our workflow and increase efficiency.
Revolutionize.
To bring about a complete or radical change in something, often through the introduction of new methods or ideas.
Examples:
Revolutionize the industry. Revolutionize the technology. The invention of the smartphone revolutionized the way we communicate with each other.
Relate.
To establish a connection or association between two or more things. To narrate or tell about an event, experience, or relationship. To empathize or feel sympathy with someone or something.
Examples:
Relate a story. Relate a message. He tried to relate his experience to the group, but they couldn't understand.
Disease.
A disorder or illness that affects the body or mind, often characterized by specific symptoms or abnormal functioning of organs or systems.
Examples:
Disease prevention. Disease control. The doctor diagnosed him with a rare disease that had no known cure.
Experiment.
The scientific test conducted to observe what happens and gain new knowledge.
Examples.
Experiment design. Series of experiments. His experiments showed highly positive results.
Rejuvenate.
To make someone or something look or feel younger, fresher, or more lively.
Examples.
Rejuvenate a downtown area. Rejuvenate energy. The spa treatment promised to rejuvenate her skin and leave her feeling refreshed.
Twin.
Either of two children born at the same time from the same mother.
Examples.
A twin lens camera. A twin room. Its twin brothers are difficult to tell apart except for their parents.
Creepy.
Causing an uneasy feeling of fear or unease.
Examples.
Feel creepy. Creepy atmosphere. The old, abandoned house was creepy and gave me the chills.
Rando.
A colloquial term derived from random, a person who is not known or not part of a particular group, or an unexpected or random occurrence or item, short for randonneur, a type of long-distance, endurance cycling race or event.
Examples.
Rando race. A rando on the train. Our team was assigned a rando who didn't know how to play in the game.
Stem.
The central part of something from which other parts can develop or grow, the part of a word common to all its inflected variants. Verb, to grow out of, have roots in, or originate in.
Examples.
Stem from a belief. The stem of a matchstick. A rose has thorns on its stem.
Exposed.
Having no protection or shield from something, such as bad weather, attack, or criticism.
Examples.
Exposed to radiation. An exposed rock. Tech companies often employ exposed ducts and other materials in their office interiors.
Circulation.
The movement of blood through the body or of a fluid through a system, the number of copies of a newspaper or magazine that are sold.
Examples.
Lymphatic circulation. Circulation of money. The circulation of the magazine has been steadily declining.
Reproduce.
To make a copy of something such as a picture, piece of text, music, etc., to produce offspring through a sexual or asexual process.
Examples.
Reproduce the painting. Reproduce by myself. By dividing and creating copies of themselves, bacteria reproduce.
Observe.
To watch or notice something carefully, often to gather information or insights, to take note of something or someone. to celebrate or commemorate a special event or occasion.
Examples:
Observe a tradition. Observe wildlife. It is important to observe safety procedures in the workplace to prevent accidents.
Pancreas.
A glandular organ in the digestive system that produces several important hormones, including insulin and glucagon, as well as digestive enzymes that help break down food in the small intestine.
Examples:
Pancreas inflammation. Pancreas function. The endocrine function of the pancreas involves the secretion of hormones such as insulin.
Liver.
A large organ in the body, involved in many metabolic processes, such as detoxification of the organism and the synthesis of proteins.
Examples:
Liver disease. Fatty liver. The patient will undergo liver transplant surgery tomorrow.
Excite.
To make someone feel suddenly enthusiastic or eager.
Examples:
Excite the crowd. Excite rebellion. The news of her promotion excited her.
Lab.
A workplace for the conduct of scientific research, a laboratory.
Examples:
Lab instrument. Medical lab. The Prime Minister will pay a courtesy visit to the Nobel laureate's lab.
Brain.
The organ inside the head that is responsible for one's movement, thought, memory, and feeling.
Examples:
Basic brain function. Permanent brain damage. X-rays revealed a small tumor in his brain.
Environment.
The natural world such as air, water, and land in which humans, animals, and plants live.
Examples:
Environment affairs. Chaotic environment. Every human is responsible for taking care of the Earth's environment.
Symbiosis.
A close, prolonged association between two or more different species of organisms, typically to the advantage of all.
Examples:
Industrial symbiosis. Symbiosis establishment. The symbiosis between the coral and the algae is an important example of mutualism.
Function.
The purpose or use of an object, system, or process, a particular activity or operation that is designed to serve a specific purpose, a mathematical concept that describes a relationship between two sets of values, called the input and output sets. Verb, to operate or work in a specific way, or to perform a particular task or purpose.
Examples:
Function properly. Immune function. The brain is an incredibly complex organ that controls the body's function.
Aspect.
One part or feature of a situation, problem, subject, etc.
Examples:
non-technical aspects of the job. Aspects of social, political, and economic life. His professional experience includes all aspects of media production.
Cognition.
The psychological process of perception and learning and reasoning, the mental action or process by which knowledge and understanding are developed in the mind.
Examples:
social cognition, cognition disorder. The professor focused on the research of infant cognition.
Slide.
To move or cause to move smoothly along a surface without interruption.
Examples:
slide a card across the table. Slide a glance. If necessary, you can slide the front seats forward.
Verbal.
Expressed in spoken rather than written words.
Examples:
verbal communication. Verbal abuse. The candidate must have excellent verbal skills.
Intact.
Undamaged and complete.
Examples:
intact brain. Intact forest land. Despite the scandals, his reputation remained intact.
Scary.
Causing fear or fright, frightening, intimidating.
Examples:
scary dream. Scary story. The horror movie was so scary that I couldn't watch it alone.
Curve.
A bend or angle in a line or surface that deviates from a straight or flat path, a gradual or smooth change in direction or shape.
Examples:
learning curve. Yield curve. The curve in the road was so sharp that I had to slow down to navigate it safely.
Alzheimer.
A neurodegenerative disease that causes memory loss, cognitive decline, and behavioral issues, is the most common cause of dementia in older adults.
Examples:
Alzheimer's brain. Alzheimer's risk factors. My grandmother has Alzheimer's disease, requires special care and attention from her caregivers.
Neuron.
A cell that is specialized to carry information within the brain and between the brain and other parts of the body.
Examples:
excite the neurons. Neuron cell body. Our body transfers information along each neuron using an electrical impulse.
Synapse.
The fact or state of failing to finish an activity and of stopping using, making, or doing it.
Examples:
synapse circuit. And at a synapse. Animals transmit nerve impulses through synapses.
Deteriorate.
To become worse in quality, to decline or degenerate. Deteriorate at a slow pace. Deteriorate condition. The patient's health deteriorated rapidly after being diagnosed with the disease.
Shrink.
To become smaller, or to make something smaller in size or amount.
Examples:
Shrink the tumor. Shrink with fear. This shirt will shrink in the wash.
Susceptibility.
The state of being easily influenced or vulnerable to some external influence, such as a disease, idea, or emotional state, the ability to be easily affected by something.
Examples:
Susceptibility to peer pressure. Chemical susceptibility. Certain individuals have a higher susceptibility to certain diseases due to genetic factors.
Degenerate.
Of a person, animal, or plant, to become worse in health or physical condition.
Examples:
Degenerate into a disagreement. Degenerate into recession. The once thriving city has degenerated into a crime-ridden slum.
Molecular.
Of or relating to molecules, equals a group of two or more atoms held together by attractive forces known as chemical bonds.
Examples:
Molecular structure. Molecular biology. Molecular weight is the sum of all the atoms.
Mechanism.
A part of a machine, or a set of parts that performs a task, a natural or established process that occurs during a specific situation or reaction.
Examples:
The mechanism for DNA replication. Defense mechanism. He discovered unique mechanisms for photochemical reactions.
Cognitive.
Of or relating to mental processes of understanding.
Examples:
Improve cognitive function. Research on cognitive psychology. His cognitive faculties were getting worse because of a lack of sleep.
Sophisticated.
Having a great deal of worldly experience and knowledge of people's behavior, culture, and fashion.
Examples:
Sophisticated look. A sophisticated lifestyle. Marketing strategies are growing more sophisticated.
Neuropath.
A person who suffers from a neurological disorder or disease, or the disorder itself.
Examples:
The treatment plan of the neuropath. Neuropathic disorder. The neuropathic symptoms included weakness, numbness, and difficulty with coordination.
Vice.
Wrongdoing or wicked behavior, in the form of vice versa, with the order reversed. As a prefix, someone with a job immediately below a particular person.
Examples:
Virtue and vice. Vice chair of the committee. Cats hate dogs and vice versa.
Influence.
The ability to affect someone's or something's character, growth, or behavior, or the effect itself.
Examples.
Influence a child's future. Influence the daily life. The former emperor had a particular influence even after he abdicated.
Tissue.
An ensemble of similar cells of the animal or plant that together carry out a specific function.
Examples.
A facial tissue. Loss of muscle tissue. The researcher separated the nervous tissue for microscopic examinations.
Transport.
A system for moving people or products from one location to another using automobiles, roads, and so on.
Examples.
Transport facilities. Access to public transport. Enhanced rail transportation is crucial for our business.
Oxygen.
The chemical element with the symbol O that is present in air and water and is necessary for people, animals, and plants to live.
Examples.
The hydrogen binds the oxygen. Lack of oxygen. The passenger grabbed for the oxygen mask.
Infectious.
Able to be passed quickly from one person, animal, or plant to another, especially through air or water.
Examples.
An infectious fever. Person's smile is infectious. Leprosy is an indolent infectious disease.
Messenger.
Someone or something that carries a message, especially one sent to convey information, news, or an official document.
Examples.
Messenger app. A secret messenger. An mRNA vaccine is a type of vaccine that uses a copy of a molecule called messenger RNA.
Molecule.
A group of two or more atoms held together by attractive forces known as chemical bonds.
Examples.
Small molecules. Molecule behavior. The shape of the DNA molecule is a double helix.
Hormone.
A chemical substance made by organs that encourages or influences the development, growth, sex, etc. of an animal and is carried around the body in the blood.
Examples.
Hormone secretion. Female hormone. The doctor diagnosed me with a hormone disorder.
Maintenance.
The act or process of keeping something, either artificial materials or living things, in good condition, the money needed for a person's or family's living expenses.
Examples.
The maintenance of the car. Maintenance work. We have decided to extend our maintenance contract until next year.
Involve.
To include or affect someone or something as a necessary part of something else.
Examples.
Involve a lot of paperwork. Involve a high degree of risk. The investigation involves several government agencies and is expected to take several months.
Injury.
Harm done to a person's or an animal's body caused by an accident or an attack.
Examples:
Without injury. A fatal injury. My accidental injury got better right away.
Inflammation.
A physical condition in which a part of the body becomes red, painful, hot, and often swollen, especially as a reaction to infection or injury.
Examples:
Reduce inflammation and pain. Inflammation of the lungs. The medicine soothes the pain of chronic inflammation.
Balance.
A condition in which everything has the same weight or force, something left after other parts have been taken away.
Examples:
The balance of power. Asset on the company's balance sheet. Try to keep a balance between work and off.
Illustrate.
To provide pictures, photographs, diagrams, etc. in a book or something for explanation.
Examples:
Illustrate a key point. Illustrate a story. The company's financial records illustrate how successful it has been.
Communicate.
To share or exchange information with others by speaking, writing, moving your body, or using other signals.
Examples:
Communicate his anxieties to the psychiatrist. Communicate well with my advisor. Dolphins use sound to communicate with each other.
Protein.
A molecule made up of a long chain of amino acids, which is essential for the structure and function of the body's tissues.
Examples:
Stress protein. Protein synthesis. The body needs a certain amount of protein to build and repair tissues.
Statistics.
The discipline that concerns the collection, organization, analysis, interpretation, and presentation of data.
Examples:
Statistics for cancer. Official statistics. The statistics demonstrate that poverty and unemployment are genuine problems.
Bioinformatics.
The interdisciplinary field that combines biology and computer science to analyze, interpret, and manage biological information and data, particularly in the realm of genetics, genomics, and other related areas.
Examples:
Bioinformatics research. Bioinformatics tools. Bioinformatics algorithms are essential for identifying and analyzing patterns in biological data.
Discovery.
The act or process of finding information, a place, or an object, or learning about something that was previously not known.
Examples:
A scientific discovery. The great discovery of the century. Her research team made an important discovery.
Predict.
To state beforehand that something will happen in the future, mainly based on knowledge or experience.
Examples:
Predict the future. Predict when she will arrive. It's notoriously challenging to predict birth rates.
Calculate.
To judge or find out the amount or number of something by using mathematics.
Examples:
Calculate the distance. Calculate his credit score. He couldn't calculate the actual value of the artwork.
Relative.
Considered and evaluated through comparison with something else.
Examples:
A remote relative. Relative factors. Most countries prohibit sexual activity between certain close relatives.
Graph.
A picture consisting of a line, lines, points, etc., that shows how two or more sets of certain quantities are related to each other.
Examples:
Graph theory. A graph sample. This bar graph shows sales over the past 5 years.
Axis.
A real or imaginary straight line through a body or figure around which the object turns, a group of countries in special alliance.
Examples:
Vertical axis. A coordinate axis. The Earth's axis of rotation is tilted 66.5 degrees to the ecliptic plane.
Chronological.
Arranged in the order in which events occurred.
Examples:
Chronological progression. Sorted in chronological order. He presented the timeline of the project in a chronological sequence.
Biology.
The scientific study of life and the natural processes of living things.
Examples:
Evolutionary biology. Cell and molecular biology. In junior high school, we had to dissect a frog in biology class.
Correlation.
A statistical relationship between two variables in which one variable is affected by the other. A reciprocal relation between two or more facts, numbers, etc.
Examples:
Ecological correlation. Correlation coefficient. There is a strong correlation between education level and income.
Exciting.
Causing a lot of interest or excitement.
Examples:
Exciting football player. Exciting news. The findings of the experiment were both exciting and unexpected.
Highlight.
To make something prominent, mainly so that people give it more attention.
Examples:
Highlight a string in red. highlight an important difference. The introduction highlighted the speaker's distinguished career as a consultant.
Dot.
A very small circular mark, especially one that is printed.
Examples:
Connecting the dots. Dot blot method. The wallpaper had a pattern of pink dots on a white surface.
Remarkable.
Worthy of attention because unusual or special.
Examples:
Remarkable achievement. The remarkable breadth of knowledge. The election was a remarkable success for the Whigs.
Modulate.
To change the key, style, loudness, etc. of something in music to create a particular effect, to fix or adjust the time, amount, degree, or rate of something.
Examples:
Modulate the function. Modulate from one key to another. These chemicals modulate the effect of metabolism.
Surgery.
Medical treatment of injuries or diseases involving an incision with instruments and often removing or replacing some parts of the body, the branch of medical science that treats disease or injury by operative procedures.
Examples:
Cardiac surgery. The professor of surgery. He had undergone heart surgery years before.
Exposure.
The state of being in a particular situation or place where there is no protection from or guarantee to something harmful, the disclosure of something secret.
Examples:
A southern exposure. The exposure of a fraud. The long exposure to the air tarnished the antique tableware.
Equivalent.
Having the same value, quality, meaning, purpose, etc.
Examples:
Equivalent amounts. Equivalent in meaning. The European Central Bank is Europe's equivalent of the Federal Reserve.
Roughly.
Approximately, but not precisely, with a violent manner.
Examples:
Roughly explain my idea. Roughly speaking. 5 miles is roughly similar to 8 kilometers.
Neural.
Of or relating to a nerve or the nervous system that includes the brain.
Examples:
Neural stem cells. Neural networks in AI. There was a disturbance of neural function.
Soluble.
Able to dissolve in a particular substance or solvent, able to be solved or settled.
Examples:
Soluble fiber. Water-soluble vitamin. The sugar is soluble in hot water and dissolves easily.
Fraction.
A small part or item forming a piece of a whole, the quotient of two rational numbers.
Examples:
A fractional share of the vote. A numerator in a fraction. He spent only a fraction of his earnings.
Plasma.
Biology, the yellow-colored liquid component of blood, in which blood cells are suspended. Physics, one of the four fundamental states of matter, consisting of positive ions and free electrons.
Examples:
Plasma membrane, high-temperature plasma. Blood plasma makes up about half of the volume of blood.
Inject.
To put a liquid such as a drug or other substance into a person's or an animal's body using a needle and syringe equals small tube.
Examples:
Inject under the skin. Inject a personal opinion into a debate. Let's try to inject a bit of enthusiasm into your performance.
Detect.
To find or recognize something, especially something difficult to see, hear, etc.
Examples:
Detect a bad event. Detect smuggling across borders. The security camera has detected 4 intruders.
Relevance.
The state or degree of being closely connected or appropriate to the matter at hand.
Examples:
Have no relevance. Relevance category. The relevance of this information to the current situation needs to be investigated.
Saline.
Containing salt, of or relating to chemical salts.
Examples:
A saline lake. Irrigation with saline. The drug is dissolved in a saline solution.
Maze.
A complex network of winding passages or pathways designed as a puzzle or challenge for people to navigate through.
Examples:
Puzzle maze. Labyrinth maze. We got lost in the maze of streets while exploring the city.
Arrow.
A thin, pointed projectile designed to be shot from a bow, a symbol or pointer that is shaped like an arrow.
Examples:
Arrow pointing. Arrow diagram. The archer aimed his arrow carefully at the target.
Tube.
A cylindrical container of metal, plastic, glass, etc., usually sealed and used as a means of preserving food or chemicals, a hollow cylindrical shape.
Examples:
A capillary tube. A glass tube. The tube train was packed with commuters during rush hour.
Mount.
To increase, go up, or advance gradually or continuously. To prepare and supply with the necessary equipment for execution or performance. To ride on something or someone.
Examples:
Mount a hill. Mount a counterattack. They mounted pictures on the paper in preparation for the birthday card.
Underneath.
Under or below something else.
Examples:
underneath the surface of the water, underneath the laughter. The penny fell underneath the piano.
Cue.
A signal, gesture, or action that provides information or direction for someone else to act or respond, a reminder or prompt for someone to do something.
Examples:
Cue card, visual cue. The director gave the actor a cue to begin the scene.
Spatial.
Of or relating space and the position, area, and size of things.
Examples:
Spatial ability, spatial distribution. He carefully determined the spatial relations of every piece of the stage set.
Stark.
Empty, simple, or apparent, devoid of any qualifications.
Examples:
Stark landscape, stark truth. The scenery of the battlefield was stark and gray.
Contrast.
To put in opposition, to show or emphasize differences.
Examples:
Contrast with a decade ago. Contrast two things. It's intriguing to compare and contrast the two authors.
Sibling.
A brother or sister, member of a family born to the same parents.
Examples:
Have a sibling quarrel. Play with my siblings. Children often copy their parents or elder siblings.
Injection.
The act of introducing a liquid, especially a drug, into the body using a needle and a syringe.
Examples:
Fuel injection, injection needle. He received an injection of antibiotics to treat his infection.
Straight.
Extending or moving in one direction without bending or curving, having no deviations.
Examples:
A straight line. Straight for 2 months. He was sick for 5 straight days.
Summarize.
To give a brief statement of the most important facts or ideas about something.
Examples:
Summarizes the main ideas. Summarize text. Each chapter summarizes the most critical issues.
Reverse.
To change something's direction, order, position, decision, etc., to the opposite one, adjective, directed or moving toward the rear.
Examples:
Reverse the trend. Reverse the order. The restaurant reversed a ban on smoking.
Suffer.
To experience pain, distress, or hardship, to undergo or endure something painful or unpleasant.
Examples:
Suffer a setback. Suffer bad grades. The older man suffers from arthritis and finds it difficult to move around.
Accelerate.
To make something faster or earlier, to cause to develop or progress more quickly.
Examples:
accelerate a chemical reaction. Accelerate the car. The government tried to accelerate the commercialization of this development.
Magic.
Beliefs and actions employed to influence supernatural beings and forces, any art or performance that invokes supernatural powers.
Examples:
a magic spell. She is magic. He performed magic tricks with sophisticated moves.
Transferable.
Able to be transferred or moved from one place or situation to another, legally able to be moved to the ownership of another.
Examples:
transferable credit. Transferable knowledge. The skills he learned in this job are transferable to other positions.
Clinical.
Of or relating to the examination and treatment of patients rather than theoretical or laboratory studies.
Examples:
clinical surgery. Participate in clinical trials. She received special clinical training at the hospital.
Patient.
A person who is receiving medical treatment, care, or attention from a healthcare professional, such as a doctor, nurse, or therapist, a personal quality or characteristic.
Examples:
patient in the hospital. Patient with weight loss. The doctor carefully examined the patient's medical history.
Pint.
A unit of measurement for liquid and dry substances, typically equal to 1/8 of a gallon or 16 fluid ounces, commonly used to measure beverages, such as beer or milk, as well as certain food ingredients.
Examples:
half a pint of milk. Pint glass. He ordered a pint of beer at the pub and enjoyed it with his friends.
Volunteer.
A person who performs or offers to perform a job or service without being paid for or forced to do.
Examples:
seek volunteers. My volunteer work. The teachers make full use of volunteer assistance.
Caregiving.
The act of providing care and support for someone who is ill, disabled, or elderly.
Examples:
caregiving process. Caregiving responsibilities. She devoted her life to caregiving, looking after her aging parents.
Improve.
To make or become better.
Examples:
improve a process. Improve the test score. We want to improve ties between our two countries.
Mediate.
To try to bring about an agreement or understanding between people who are in conflict.
Examples.
Mediate allergic reaction. Mediate a negotiation. The teacher had to mediate a disagreement between two students over a stolen pencil.
Synthetic.
Made by combining chemical substances as opposed to being naturally occurring.
Examples.
Synthetic fiber. Synthetic fertilizer. Synthetic diamonds play an essential role as machine tool blades.
Dementia.
A severe decline in cognitive function, especially memory, as a result of disease or injury.
Examples.
Dementia patients probably have dementia. The study found that regular exercise can help to prevent the onset of dementia in older age.